What's up, guys? Welcome back to Healthy Recipe. We're gonna be making a leek and potato soup today. It's gonna be a vegan recipe. Since we have been doing keto recipes for quite a while, I figured we'd give you guys that are doing vegan diets some vegan options. This leek soup is gonna be really creamy and delicious. We're gonna use the Vitamix to blend some of the soup up and then just leave the other pieces whole and put them back in. So let's get right to work. Okay, so let's go over our ingredients. This is what we have to work with today. I have 1/2 a red onion, cumin, it's powdered cumin, Worcestershire sauce. I have 1 whole jalapeno minced, and I'll be using this just as a garnish at the end. I have 1 whole leek, sliced to about 2 millimeter pieces. I have white cooking wine, garlic salt, about 6 cloves of minced garlic, about 2 pounds of organic potatoes, peeled and cut into cubes, smoked paprika, and olive oil. So basically the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get to work on our aromatics. Okay, so I'm gonna be using coconut oil to saute with, just because we're gonna do it on 400 degrees, so it's going to be a little bit higher. So I like to use coconut oil when I'm going to go with that higher heat, or avocado oil, but that stuff's gotten really expensive. All right, so now we're going to drop our garlic. And I'm sure by now you guys see a pattern here, how I build flavor. Start with these aromatics first in the beginning. And this is the base of flavor. I saw a couple of potato and leek recipes where people just basically took the potatoes and the leeks and they threw them in a pot and just threw water in it and boiled them, and then basically salt, and they blended it all together, and it was like a cream. And I mean, I guess everybody's got different taste buds, but I can't imagine that was very flavorful. Okay, now that we got our onions softened up, we're gonna go ahead and drop the leeks. Now that we got our leeks softened up, I'm gonna go ahead and add the potatoes in. Smells amazing already. So to this, I'm gonna add about probably 6 to 8 cups of water. Go ahead and grab that. Okay, so this is gonna reduce, so we got about 8 cups of water in here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of our seasonings. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And I wanna bring a nice smoky flavor to the surface with this. Just because I feel that goes really good with anything with potato soup. I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, teaspoon of cumin, and these flavors all play off of each other. They're got those earthy, smoky flavor. About 4 tablespoons of white cooking wine, and about 1/2 tablespoon of garlic salt. And this also has parsley in it, which gonna add a little bit of flavor also. Okay, so now we're gonna let this cook for about 30 minutes with a lid on medium heat, medium to medium high. And then we're gonna come back and take some of it and put it through the Vitamix to create that creaminess. Okay, so basically our potatoes are cooked now, and they're softened up. I could leave it go a little bit longer, but they're already soft enough to where they will break down pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and put about maybe 1/3 of the soup into the blender, and I'm gonna go ahead and blast it with the Vitamix to create some creaminess in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this start out with number 2 on the blender. If you guys have a different blender, it's fine, it will work too. But with the Vitamix, I'm gonna start at 2, and then I'm gonna increase it a little bit until I make this into like a puree. All right, so that's basically what I wanted. Nice silky consistency. Now I'm gonna put this back into the soup to thicken it. Okay, so now I'm gonna pour the potato mixture back in. This is gonna make it nice and creamy. And we're gonna mix it all together. Like I said, I've seen people do this recipe and they make it all into like a puree, but I don't like my soups like that. I like a little bit more texture. So this is why I kind of leave some of the potato and the leeks whole, just to add some texture to the soup. See how silky that is? Yet we still have some potatoes in there. It's not one complete bowl of liquid. So basically, that's how it goes. We're ready to serve. I'm gonna go ahead and serve it for you guys, garnish, and then give it a taste. Okay, so there is the finished dish. There is my potato and leek soup. I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of sliced scallions to add some nice color, texture, and also flavor because it goes so well with the leeks. And I'm gonna also add a little bit of jalapeno for heat. And then to top that off, for a little bit of contrast of color, I'm gonna go with a little bit of smoked paprika, which is already in there, and it's gonna give us a little bit more of the smoky flavor. So that's basically the complete dish with the presentation. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and give me a thumbs up if you did. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, so it's time to give this soup a try and see what it tastes like. It's really, really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of onion soup, except that it's really creamy and it's got that smoky paprika flavor in there and the Worcestershire sauce. I'm definitely getting a hint of coconut. It is absolutely delicious. I would definitely recommend you guys give this a try, especially if you're doing a vegan diet. This is pretty simple to make, and it's definitely delicious and very satisfying.